What's up, everybody? It's Indigon, and welcome back. So today we're going to start a little bit of a series. We're only going to do one design of these today, but these are all the 3-roll sets of the American women's quarters, starting with the Maria Tallchiefs and moving on into the first 4 of the 2024 designs. I am set up on the subscription service for these, and what we're going to be doing, we're going to take the first one, the earliest date on these. And again, this is just a packaging date. I understand that. We're going to take the packaging date, the earliest one of those, and then the latest one for these ones that I have 3 of. They kind of screwed up my order, so I ended up, instead of just having 2, I ended up with 3 for 2024. So I'm going to open 2 sets of the 2024s once we get there. But for today, we're just going to open up the Maria Tallchief. So let me get all of these out of the way, and I will bring you back in and I'll open up this set. I have not opened it yet, so we will see what they look like together, and then I will hunt them off camera, just kind of see what the design or what the grades look like, and then I'll bring you in for a variety hunt. So that was a long explanation to say we're going to hunt 3 rolls, but sorry, it is what it is. Just want to make sure everybody understands what these are and what we're doing. So let me go ahead and get this set up, and I'll bring you back in. All right, so I've got all the other designs put away, and I have not, like I said, I have not opened this. This will actually be my first time opening any of these. So try to get that done. Apparently the pull tab doesn't work very well. So note to self, don't plan on saving the box if you get these. And there we are. We have the 3 mint rolls. So we have the Philadelphia, the Denver, and then the one that really matters is this San Francisco, not intended for circulation strike. So we're going to start with the Philly and then move on to the Denver and then the San Franciscos, and I will kind of stack them up in grades. So I'll probably do like a stack of 65, 6s, and 7s possibly, or at least what I think they should grade, which for those of you who've been on my channel, you know I do not have a good history of picking 67s. So let's try to save as much of this as we can without damaging the end coin. So, all right, there we go. And see if I can push these out. Nope, they are packed super tight. So looks like I'm gonna have to open that up a little bit. All right, well, that didn't go quite like I was hoping, but we'll see. So got it unrolled there. Save that as much as we can and spread those out. So for those of you who don't know, these are the Maria Tallchiefs, and these have the ballerina on them. And overall, pretty cool design. Got a little bit of watermarks on this one. And like I said, these are all Philadelphia, so I will be checking them for double dyes and things like that. And I'll do that probably off camera and bring you in if I find anything. And right now, what I'm going to do is stack these up by grade and see what I got. All right, and there is the sort. So this is probably the worst coin that I saw in the set. So it's got the huge hit right there on the cheek, the cut over the eye. I'd say most, that one's probably 63. 64s, both of these stacks are 65s. Did find these 2 that have what looks to be a little strike through, and no, I'm not touching the coin, I'm hovering over it, right here on the cheek, on the same spot on both coins. So I don't know if that's something that was on the die or what, but it looks like a little tiny strike through on both of those. So I'll throw those under the scope in just a minute. This was probably the best coin out of the roll, and I think maybe on its best day it hits a 66. I doubt it though, because you see those scratches. I just can't see that grading high enough to overcome that, especially the one right down there on the neck. I mean, basically every coin in this roll had those kinds of scratches. So, not great quality here. I would say probably not any better than what comes out of a regular OBW roll. So I was a little shocked by that, but that is the Philly roll. And let's go ahead and I will throw these under the scope. I'll show you these two, and then I'll bring you back in if I find anything, any varieties or anything like that. Be right back. All right, nothing on the obverse of any of these coins except for those two with the very, very, very minor strike throughs. You can kind of see the size of the earlobe for scale, and it is just this little tiny dot out here on the cheek, so you can kind of see it in the light. Not very deep, not very big, just kind of there. So I'll go ahead and scope the reverse of these, and I'll bring you in on the if we have a find, or at the end of the Philly roll. All right, so that is the Philadelphia roll, and now we will take a look and get a little tape already on the Denver roll here. So a little US mint tape, never hurt anybody, but hopefully that brings us some good luck, and we will see what we've got here. So said, very gently, without damaging the end coin, try to get these free from this roll. So try to do this gently. All right. So bear with me, guys. I normally don't care about rolls, but I kind of want to keep these in these so we know so I know where they came from. So, all right, there are those beautiful, shiny Denver edges. Let's just look at one or two here. Let's look at the second coin. So, again, there's the Maria Tallchief design. And there is the Denver obverse, which is beat all to pieces. So, not a good start. Let me do the same thing I did last time, and I'll go ahead and kind of set these up in grading piles and go from there. So, bring you back in when I got them kind of sorted. All right, so that is it for the Denver roll, and these are the 63s or worse, 64s, 5s, and maybe if the grader is absolutely drunk or something, maybe this one right here is the one I was trying to pick up. This one might hit a 66 on a really, really, really good day, but I doubt it. It's just these were absolutely trash quality. This one's supposed to be over here, except I wanted to show you these two specifically. Look at how terrible the planchet quality is on this one compared to this. Like, just look at the fields. There's so many little marks here. I mean, these are just trashed. And then this one is even worse, right? It's scraped up, it's got milk spots, but look at the field on that. And then again, compare that to this, right? This is what you expect from a Denver coin, and this is what we got. Like, this one looks like it's already been in circulation, and it just came out of a US mint roll, like straight from the mint, and that's what we're getting. I mean, that's terrible. So anyway, I will scope these off camera, and I'll bring you in if I have a find, and go ahead, and then we'll go ahead and get into the San Francisco roll, which I hope, fingers crossed, that this roll isn't as terrible as those last two have been. I mean, that end coin looks really nice. I hope that at least this one has some decent quality, because those two, Man, that was terrible. That was not worth spending money on those. So anyway, let me get these off, and I'll scope them off camera and bring you back in on the San Franciscos. All right, so the Denver is done, and this is the roll where it really all kind of hinges on. This is the one that makes or breaks the purchase. And for this one, I only had two boxes of these, and I'm only opening the one. But man, I hope these are better than the Denvers and the Phillies have been, because they are just terrible quality. So like I said, these are the ones that really are worth the purchase, because these are so low mintage. This is the only way we can get them. And the last ones, the Denvers, I had those two that looked like they were I don't know, like they were leftover planchets or something. And you see this, and look at how nice this is. Like, that's a really nice coin. So hopefully there's enough in here where I can find a few that'll grade 67, maybe 68s. I'm not holding my breath, but I can actually send some of these into PCGS and have some decent outcomes on some of these. I will not be sending any of those Philly or Denvers to PCGS, but let me go ahead and get through these, and I'll put them in the grade stacks, and I'll bring you back in. All right, that's the breakdown for the San Franciscos. So these are all 65s, 6s, and a shot 7s. So what I mean by shot 7 is they're probably a 66, but they should have a legit shot at hitting a 67. I think this one may have too many water spots on it, but that's a really nice coin. See, especially on the reverse there, I think there's just too many milk spots there. So that's unfortunate on that one. This one was the only one that I noticed that happened to have a few feeder finger scrapes coming out of the ear there. So I don't know if you can see those right here. I'll throw this one under the scope in a minute. When I do the variety hunt, I'll show you those a little bit closer. This one possibly, and again, I haven't thrown it under the scope yet, possibly has a little bit of a strike through coming right out here out of the N. In God we trust. So you see that right there. Doesn't look like a contact mark exactly. It may be. I have to look at it a little bit closer, but it may also be a little strike through too. So these have proven not to be immune to that. You see that unfortunate big scratch going down the face. So that one's actually probably a 5 with a shot 6. And then again, these were the nicest. The $1 in face on these. So these may end up going to PCGS. See a lot. I mean, just compare these. And I'll even compare to the nicest of each of the other ones here. So this was what I said was the nicest Denver. And this is one of the San Franciscos. Just look at the marks, the water spots, the difference on these two coins. I mean, the quality on the Phillies and the Denvers is just terrible. So again, none of those are going to PCGS for grading. Some of these probably will, some of the San Franciscos, not the 65s. Maybe some of these 4, maybe all 4 of them, don't know yet. I have to look at them a little bit closer and see what I think's got a shot. But that one may not be. But see the big scratch on the face? That one's probably not. That one's got a scratch, but it's fairly well hidden in the hair. The reverse is really nice. It's got a few milk spots. And this one I think had a few milk spots as well. Yeah, this one's got quite a few more. So this is probably the nicest coin out of this roll. Just overall, again, does have a few marks. It's not perfect. It's not a 68. Not saying it is, but might be a 67. These are probably runner-ups. So maybe 66 pluses. I don't know. But these are pretty nice. These two I will probably send in for grading. So let me look at them for varieties, and I'll bring you back in if we find anything or at the end of the roll.